Good evening. It's me, Angie, here from Learn Love Tarot. We're here to bring you messages of the best and highest direction for you. And I just heard no, so I guess I'm not going to use that deck. And I use the daily moon cycles and the energy of the planetary aspects surrounding us. In the chat, if you're here with me live, thank you so much for being here. Hi, guys and ladies. Thanks for coming in. It feels kind of like a Sunday rewind, and I was almost about to say revival, a Sunday revival, because today is a 5-day blue. Why I'm wearing blue, I'm color coordinated of the throat chakra. So about speaking your truth, especially in this hanged man energy of the month of December. And then today being the second, also a second Pisces energy of the high priestess. So this is something that you might have not voiced as of yet. And I feel like we are on a rewind here because I had metal coming back up again. So Metallica song, I had to look it up because I only could hear the melody. You can't type that in. And it was, "Oh, Please God, Wake Me." And the album title was "Injustice for All." So energy balancing out. We had the Venus and Pluto energies sextiling this morning very early, but you've probably been feeling that energy for a few days and it'll hang around another day or two. Those are both very similar themes about accepting what we cannot control, right? So, for example, if it's again something that you already know that you might not have verbally voiced as of yet, we've got the 22 energy coming around for a third day in a row. 23 years ago, Peg pulled the 23 card today for a viewer on Liz's live, which was super exciting. I was like, gee, when you add 12 plus 2 plus the year of 9, we get a 23, and that is of the Hierophant. I don't always draw the peace sign, but I did today. And then after going through all the Sabian symbols, I am figuring out as we go here why, because the songs are so very different. And I thought, what the actual F? Like, what am I supposed to do with these? So those are listed in the description box if you're watching later, or you can click on today's notes to see what I'm talking about here. Now, the B side of that, "Please God Wake Me," of the one song, ONE, one. It's an anti-war sentiment. The second song, get a load of this. Tell me how this is relatable. "Pumped Up Kids." I think it's more in the name of the group, Foster the People. And then that album was titled Torches. So we might be lighting up what we thought was possible before, or what those limitations might have been. Maybe torching up traditions here even. And that was released in September of 2010. And I had some synchronicities from my person today, and I'll save those for a different time because I'll cry and I don't want to. But they were just really, really not odd, but just one right after the other. So it was undeniable that I was getting that message. Today, the sun, finally, we are out of the 8 of Wands. We're now going to be going through 9 of Wands. So maybe this is the time you burn up that pattern, you torch the pattern. 9 of Wands can be repetitively going around and around the same lessons or the same cycle, but the 9 of Wands also can be, "I've had enough. I'm exhausted of going around in these circles, and I'm not doing it again. I am torching this. I am fostering what is good for me and my people around me." So then after I asked ALEXA to play "Pumped Up Kids" so I could try to figure out what the heck it was "Use Somebody" was the special song that played. And my aunt texted me, like, while the song was still on, a picture of Doug and I from like 3 years ago. And it was just uncanny. Today's energy affecting us all of the sun is body knowledge, because the mind lies, the body knows. So keep that in mind as we're going through our cards today in our reading. If you would like me to pull cards for you today, please put a heart in the description box. And if somebody has the availability to track those and put them in order in one spot for me, that would be lovely. If not, I'll figure it out. No pressure. But with this, the lamp of physical enlightenment at the left temple. This is today's sun energy. So again, the two things that I could see coming in similarly for these songs was really that these protagonists need help, these subjects of these songs. And this is body knowledge. So Hierophant is guru energy. And we do have Jupiter and Mercury coming into alignment here for the third time. I'll get more on that later this week. We're very close to achieving our goal right here before that full moon with the moon waxing gibbous in Taurus. And we have another 22 energy for Mercury in Scorpio. So then we have this hunting theme. The Pumped Up Kicks song is about, it sounds so upbeat, but it's really about, like you better outrun my GUN. So with hunters starting out for ducks here and Mercury, accommodating our instinctual drives. And then the last synchronicity with that would be Venus energy here, two men playing chess, so strategery. And I'm like, why is this theme of, like GUNS and wars? Because the one song by Metallica was about a man literally being trapped in his body after losing his limbs. I think it was World War One. Correct me if I'm wrong. Lastly, here, before we get some cards out on the table, I didn't even notice this until right before I went live. So Mars in Sagittarius is at the same exact degree as Juno, the asteroid, which is all about relationship dynamics. And this is about the highest levels of spiritual realization can only be reached when receiving guidance, from a true master. Hierophant energy. So again, this peace be with you. Very, very spiritual energy coming in now. And that's really, really interesting. So maybe this is some kind of spiritual realization about a past or current relationship, or what that we're finally able to let a lesson go because we have that aha moment. This is about understanding relationship styles, right? And navigating past betrayals. So with that in the planet of war, so to speak, we could be going to wars with ourselves here as well, because we're just realizing that it does not serve us to hang on to any kind of pain or anger. That's only hurting us moving forward, right? So it does feel like a time where we're really coming into the collective to be challenged to really let these things go once and for all here. What wanted to come along here with these few extra cards? I'm just curious on the top. Come home to yourself here, escapist energy. And that's literally what a spiritual waking is all about, coming home to ourselves after all. At the bottom of the deck here, more spiritual energy here, Mount Shasta. So this always reminds me of Archangel Gabriel, the 20 card of judgment. This is when we have those past lessons coming back around. Now, with that energy of Venus sextiling Pluto here in that transformation and balance energy, this is what how we can literally transform for ourselves. We can transform our heart and come into balance there, especially with Pluto now going direct. Okay, let's see what a theme, that was pretty quick here. Our theme today is going to be around the earth star chakra, with our 5 energy of the throat chakra. Look at all that beautiful blue coming out here. I also see the eye. For me, when I see a single eye, that is a symbol for Chiron, the healer. So again, healing our roots, okay, healing tradition. And I did mention going clear back to World War One. Grandfather was in World War II, so not quite back as World War One, but I'm sure we all have energies and relatives that are connected there in some way. In the environmental energy, boy, oh boy, this blue leads to tomorrow's chakra, which is going to be our 6th chakra, which is our 3rd eye, this lavender energy of the violet flame, and it's a number 20. So I was just talking about 20 of the judgment card with that Mount Shasta energy. And look, her throat chakra, even though her mouth is quiet, high priestess energy and the hangman energy, her throat chakra is lit up. So this could be something that you're getting ready to speak into being here. I also just heard reward. So this could be when Saturn there, it's already gone direct, I believe. Did it already? I think so. Just at the end of the month. I'll have to double check that and look because I don't have them all listed out today. Beyond the mind, blue into purple. Boy, isn't that beautiful? Let's go ahead and get our general reading out. Hey, everyone. Hey, Miss Salty Mama. Hey, Marcia. Hey, Judy. Hey, Miss Kath. You made it early. Look at you. Or you're in. I know you're in the car. she's driving home. Have a safe travel there. Hey, Miss Diana. Liz. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you. It was so fun being at your reading today. Thanks for having me. Always makes me feel better. If you've never checked her out, guys, she goes live every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at 1 and is very, very generous with her time. So if you really need some answers to something that you're struggling with, she does a wonderful job there. Hats off to you, Liz. Bottom of the deck here before we even get going, environmental energy, happiness. So this is a yellow here, the yellow peace rose. Most times I notice the sun rise first and then the song sunset, sunrise, sunset. Time will still move on. We cannot control the sun rising no more than we can control it falling here. And what can't we control falling? 10 of swords. When something is over, it needs to be done, especially if we are moving towards our own happiness. We saw that in the energy last night of this ending must be completed first here. And there's the energy of the heart. And I feel like this is the reward for doing the work of what is no longer serving you here. Your heart frequency is increasing here. And we've got the Ace of Cups. So because you're increasing, you've let this go towards your own happiness. There's the 3 of Pentacles, that brand new start to something here. She's got this magic in her hands. She's just learning how to use this power. She's new to it. So if spiritual awakening is new for you, there are many signs and symptoms. They're all over YouTube, so I'll let you research. But if you do need help, please feel free to reach out here. The 3 of Pentacles, and then here's our full moon energy for December 4th with that full moon in Gemini. Even though this, excuse me, I said 7 of Pentacles, it's 7 of Cups. So even though this is a water energy, we see her stuck in this ground. Her feelings are buried. Her feelings are stuck. And there's that Earth Star chakra energy coming back to our roots and getting rewarded when we're tapping into this spiritual enlightenment and understanding the cause for something. Transformation there on the bottom underneath the Beyond the Mind. We had that energy show up as you guys last night with that 8 card of strength here. Wow. A lot to say here on the pre-shuffle. The cards do, they do. And there's that brewing tower here. Maybe when you reveal what your new plans are, and that tends to come with other people not loving it because they're no longer getting from you what they needed. Okay. Yeah, that's true right here. So you're coming in as this truth knower. Now she does have a closed mouth here too. So, but she's the queen. She knows. She understands her power. She's grounded. And I'm looking at the similarities here, all coming up and pointing to this third eye, this enlightenment energy of Pluto. Like I was saying, Venus trining Pluto energy here, the truth of your heart, Seven of Cups, especially if it's been buried and you felt unable to move toward that as of yet. Okay, and then the situation, boy, oh boy. The situation is the King of Swords. So again, Aquarian energy in Pluto right here, guys. And your own transformation of balanced energy, no longer over giving, for example, is your truth that you may be speaking about here in some way for your own healing there with that eye energy of Chiron. Can't get away from it, guys. Again, it's Six of Pentacles. Traditionally, most people think it means, oh, everything is balanced. And in this deck, probably the closest deck I have to where we see that it's all on her side, the feminine energy side of surrender. The full moon is the top of our lunar roller coaster where we can see the whole entire park for what it is. We can see what needs repaired, what could be better managed. And these scales are balanced here in this deck. It's the only deck I have so many. And of course, I always want more, but this is the only deck I have of where there's only one person in the shot. There's some pumpkins here, fall energy. This is the harvest you are reaping for not only expressing your truth, knowing your truth, but King of Swords, when he knows his truth, he goes after it. He goes towards it. There's no question in his mind about that. Let's see what's driving these energies so far here. Okay, so a Four of Pentacles here. So especially whatever you've been grieving in secret here, especially, it could be many moons here of this truth kind of culminating for you, but this is, you've been doing it alone. Again, you haven't spoken about it yet, but I'm seeing that you at least know what this truth is, and knowing it and understanding it is the first way to start accepting the truth and what those consequences because of that may bring. The situation here, I mean, this is the Pinnacle of Pentacles, guys. And she has her South Node energy here as I see it. And she is holding the red thread of destiny. There's only one other card in this entire deck. This card does have a special 22 card like last night. That did come out in the outcome, which was yesterday's date added up. So 10 of Pentacles, guys, this encompasses the 10 of Cups. This is literally everything in your life. So for me to be able to differentiate that for you in a general reading, we'd have to talk one-on-one to see what this could possibly be here with that Virgo South Node of release. That is an ornamental handkerchief in that South Node. That's the symbol. So again, I referenced World War I and ancestors, but that message is about reorienting ourselves and approaching a more balanced sense of positive and negative in generational influences. So I see that the situation is you're deciding what is the truth for me, no matter no matter how it was taught to me. And for our opportunity here, I believe that came out in the near future position last night. The Fool energy is really fueling this balance here, but you're putting energy back into self here, and I like seeing that. I like seeing that a lot. Let's continue here with card number 4 for me is going to be recent past, and there's our justice energy. The album title of our song of the day today, or my song of the day today, was "And Justice for All," with this truth. Okay, you have to express your truth. In that song, he was fully conscious without the use of any of his limbs, but he couldn't speak. They didn't know that he was still basically alive, but nobody could understand him. Nobody knew that he had conscious. So imagine how miserable that would be to do that all alone and feel like nobody can hear you. If that is your story, I'm just feeling the emotion behind that. So y'all met me. I couldn't do what I do if I didn't have the big wave of 5 Cancer placements in my 12th house of Pisces. Now, could I? So, and the heart of the reading here, this is about, again, it's about you guys. This is about showing your great grand self and all your truth and glory. And guys, the truth is that balance is you. If it unbalances someone else, then that's not a balanced partnership, right? If your happiness uproots someone else's, that's not healthy. That's not where we want to be. And I know many generations of us grew up with just that was the norm. There were specific roles, and I feel like we're blowing that up here. Confident, secure energy, Queen of Wand, again, Mars energy at the heart of the reading. And we have Mars in Sagittarius, directly clinking glasses and joining up with Juno, that house of relationship dynamics. Okay, understanding relationship styles, what is and what is not healthy. In the near future, lesson learned, I told you. So the star energy is going to be present on, and so is 8 of strength is going to, the 8th day is going to be when the full moon in Gemini hits. And we're on day 5. Is that correct? What day is today? Tuesday. 6th is tomorrow. 7 is Thursday. So 7 energy rather. 7 energy is going to be Cancerian chariot. That is the path of change. You're about to deliver this news, guys. You've learned what you learned, your own balance. You can't deny how good it feels to be able to walk towards this truth that before now was being kept silent. You were balancing in silence for your own damn self here. And I don't have any reversals, but that came up that way for a reason. In the recent past here, if you found yourself unbalanced, or the reason for an unbalance is because the 6 of Swords is about allowing spirit to guide us to calmer waters. And there were excuses before that about your own balance. But yeah, I got to do fill in the blanks for others. And the heart of the reading, I was talking about the star and the hermit's lamp here in the near future. So if Thursday's is 7, this is going to be Saturday. You may be dropping this news bomb here. I don't know how big of a bomb it is. Again, it shouldn't be that big of a bomb if it's simply that your balance, is seen as harming someone else. That should not be that should not be that way. That was not balanced in the first place here, but you just weren't hearing it. And here with the star energy, again, a pattern of south node, we are not repeating here what we have come to learn. Again, multiple generations going back past the Depression. That's just the roles that were played out that way. It was overgiving for the sacrifice of family. One person stayed home while the other person worked. Mostly masculine, feminine energies in those tight, specific roles. So I feel like that's what's healing here. The star is you reconnecting to what was that dream that you had? How is it? What did you play when you were little, right? You guys know my story of I could literally create anything out of anything. I still like doing that. I'd make Barbie houses, Lincoln log swing sets, you name it. I was always creating something. Paper purses, just give me a tablet, a yellow legal pad, and that'd keep me busy for hours. Right, Mom? I don't know if my mom's here yet. She was going to try to make it today. So yeah, ask her. Be like, how was Ange when she was little? Hey, Michelle. Hey, how are you? And hi, Miss Lindsay. I'm so glad to have you here. Thank you so much. Near future, guys, again, it's a page of pentacles energy, but I like this deck for the nuances. Now we have this Sith, this sword of truth. I said whatever you're getting ready to reveal here, you're just cutting right to it. And we had that sword of truth as what you knew it in the past, but you weren't relenting. You weren't allowing that balance to come in because of perhaps duty, or this is just the way it's always been. And this is you being able to connect to a new dream. Okay. This is about asking for the help that you need. Okay. And if you've been asking and it's fallen on deaf ears, I don't see you being able to battle this much, battle that this much, and much longer. Let's look at what the block is here. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So the shadow element of Eight of Pentacles could be overworking, or I've simply got too much information and I've got too much to do, so I don't have time to go to calmer waters right now, Ange. I gotta do this alone. No, you don't. No, you don't. You absolutely don't. You are not alone here. Okay. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Let's see what's crossing that block. Yeah. Nostalgia. I can't let this go because it's the way that I've always done it. It's what I learned. It's how I've done things. And besides, I'm too busy. Well, I think that's kind of the whole point, is why our own selves are off balance. Okay. This is you reconnecting back to your own Earth star, looking at where we learn these things and asking ourselves, boy, oh boy, maybe I didn't think I was repeating that pattern, but here I am doing it, whatever that may be for you. And in this energy, look how old that street is. We're talking, that's very London esque there to me. And she is in I would say maybe late 1800s, or excuse me, 18th century. Let's see what is coming up next here. What does Spirit want you to know? Wow. So the Wheel of Fortune here, I said the second, there's only two cards in the entire deck of 79 that have this red thread of destiny connected. You are destined here to step into your greatness, telling your truth, so that shifts all the energies around you. This benefits more than just yourself. So if the argument is, I don't have time, I have too many people to take care of, they count on me, blah blah blah, that is just also a way that we stay out of balance and divine timing never gets activated. But guess what? Then you get to be right. So do you want to be right, or do you want to be happy, as they say here? I can't believe that came out. I mean, I can, but Wheel of Fortune energy, again, you were balanced, but doing everything by yourself. You were keeping that balance, but your truth here, you were not speaking it to anyone as of yet. Let's see what's fueling that. Yeah. Wow. You slicing through it. I said, I think you're done with this here. And indeed, The 10 of Wands is about setting down that 9 Wands, not repeating that circular pattern again. You're letting that pattern burn up so that you can reconnect to your own Ace of Wands as that 10 resets. And we've got a 10-10 energy that came up in the 1991, because I also had the Hunger Strike song come out, which was about class inequality and greed versus refusing to exploit the weak. And that's from Temple of the Dog. That was 1991, which was a 10-10. So maybe have a look at those lyrics if you're unfamiliar. Wow. And I said you're not alone in this here. Temple of the Dog was kind of a piece put together of a bunch of bands, including what would become a lot of Pearl Jam. Okay. So this could be what you've pieced together here. And it's about, I'm refusing now to you exploit a person also by continuing to enable them, right? If we're not holding those boundaries strong and we give a threat and say we're not going to put up with something anymore, that's just a threat until you follow through with that boundary. And that it just feels like that's what's happening, guys, here for whoever this reading is for. And there it is. There's the split. We have that tower energy in the background there. London bridges falling down. Okay. And look how this is mostly in black and white. She's got a little bit of color here, returning that lavender energy there that we're seeing up in the oracle cards and of our first couple cards out here. Let's continue that outcome. Yeah. I know now I don't have to do all the work because an Empress simply calls the energy in. And once she's balanced, that divine timing is activated because we finally set down this old version of what we just kept continuing to do on repeat here. It was our destiny here to learn this lesson and put a fork in it this lifetime, so that future generations will be able to start their own transformation. This is heavy enlightenment energy, guys, here. Yeah. There's the news being delivered, especially with that tower energy, Page of Swords. Yep, they ain't going to be happy about it. But again, and Empress is the boss, right? She doesn't need the emperor to be the empress. It's not the same way for the masculine energy. The emperor needs the empress and her surrender before he can continue and put in that action energy of Mars. Okay, well, let's see what's feeling those on the bottom here. There's our 10 of Wands and the outcome turning into an Ace of Wands. What you have kept secret all along, no longer a secret, pairing with that 5 of Wands. Okay, I'm loving this. Glad to see this shift paired with the Empress and the environmental energy. 7 of Pentacles, it's showtime. This, what that means in this deck, you've put in the blood, sweat, and tears, and it's time for Swan Lake here. And hunters starting out for ducks with that symbol being in Mercury. That's Scorpio's symbol for accommodating our instinctual drive. Mothering instincts, whether you're a guy or a girl, doesn't matter. And we all have Empress energy. That's following your intuition. That's understanding your truth. That is allowing spirit to guide us in the right direction in that area of that we need to surrender to. That we've always kept things the same because now it's become an expectation of those people that you are overgiving to. Okay. And what is fueling that Page of Swords? Look at these circles here. This is a whole new energy for you. That's opulence. That is independence. So 9 of Pentacles energy, again, I'm talking here that the Empress doesn't need the Emperor, and literally independence comes out right here. That is fueling this truth that you're speaking. It feels like maybe we should title this Truth Bomb. Uh, don't know. It feels a little bit that way. Feels a little bit that way. And look at that. That's all three cards indicative of uh, feminine energy, yin or divine feminine energy of the Empress. These are the steps on the way to Empress energy. Nine of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles holds the key. She's ready to graduate. Again, don't hang around for 4 more years when you've already done your 4 years, because the people that are going to be coming in are still not on your level. We can't hang out there just because it's more comfortable and they're depending on your knowledge. It's time for you to move on. Okay. Temperance. That was the heart of our reading last night, especially if that price that you had to pay was a shattered sense of self. That price is too high, guys. That price is too high. Okay. Let me get you a quick run through of your all signs here, and then I will look at what order everybody's questions are in, and we'll go from there. What do I want to use for my all signs tonight? I want to know here what this truth bomb is, or what burden do you need to set down? What burden is being set down here in order to activate this divine timing? What have you not been saying? What do you know now that you have not been speaking about as of yet? You haven't delivered the truth bomb. Okay, let's go. Let's go with that. Okay, let's go with that. Oh, I know what I is. There we go. Okay, now these are pretty deep cards, guys. This is one of my first Oracle decks, and I love it. Love that owl energy there on the bottom. And of course, we have Uranus at its last degree, peacock parading an ancient lawn. That is about making your own life's expression the most beautiful that you can make it. That is the goal here, and that is the reward of Daddy Sadie coming in if you're putting your attention there on making life for you, not just everyone else and then you, making it beautiful for you. 44 energy. And I just got done talking about how you guys were coming in as the 8 last night. That's going to be Friday. The visions of life beyond death. Spiritual awakening right there. All right. Advice here for this reading, please. If this reading is for you, if you have a truth bomb that is yet to be delivered, that focuses on what you have learned, near future hermit energy, holding on to that star in your lantern, reconnecting back to you. 11, justice, balance, diving for light. With Mercury and Scorpio, that's 8th house energy of secrets, of sex, of our deep past, about going deep into the subconscious, right? The ocean here. For me, seahorses are a symbol of role reversal. And why am I looking here, Spirit? What's going on? Oh, stair steps. Okay, I haven't seen that one before, but these two intertwining seahorses with their tails interlocked are leading up a spiritual staircase in our daily energy of the Hierophant. This is a spiritual journey for sure. This is very, very important that you speak this truth, guys. Especially if you already, again, this is something you already know. I'm not telling you anything you don't know. This is something that you haven't spoken about as of yet. Temperance energy is Archangel Michael. Who, if you listen to Steve, he says that Archangel Michael's in charge of the soulmate cycle. So we have the sun and the moon here intertwining, intervening in, what is that word I'm trying to say? intertwining. Interesting. Okay. This is the puzzle piece that has been holding you back here. You can, again, ask for help. Our angels cannot interfere unless we ask for help. They can sit there and shake their heads, but you have to ask for the help. Okay. Let's see what this wow. Can't get away from it, guys. This is just heavy spiritual energy. We've got a 33 here. So we had a 44 to start, and 11 from our advice, and that is being backed up by 33. Heaven sent. And look at that third eye chakra. You can't ignore this any longer. I said it felt important. It's because it is. Because these are such deep cards here, I'm going to grab, if I can, here, just quickly, my Elena Fairchild book, if I can see it. If not, I'll have to save it for later. Well, I moved everything around because I got a whole new card holder set and I don't see where I put it right now, but that's okay. Maybe I'll come back and do some kind of a typed up, but it's definitely a revelation of feelings here. And this light energy, again, this is something that you know, and you speaking it, I mean, it can feel like why that would be scary. But what about those fears? That's ego. What about those are actually true here? What's actually true? Okay. What is actually true? All right. All signs here for you, starting with Sag. Saggies, what is this fated burden? You're fated to set down, or this kind of truth bomb? What does it have to do with? Give us some clues here. Suns in Sagittarius, this affects us all. Connections. You are not alone, right? You're not alone in this. There's a lot of people going through this, okay? Connections guide, harness the power of networks, cultivate meaningful relationships, and strategize your path to success. I love that. Crossing energy might be around in your environment here. Act with clarity, diving for light, acting with clarity. She's in water. Here is this clarity here as the situation of King of Swords. And what is guiding this here? I feel like this is like a little wave of wake ups here, spiritual awakenings. It's like another wave of it coming in here. Focus your intentions, navigate decisions with clear insights and purpose. Okay, I don't know if this is supposed to be like a whirlpool or not. I can't tell, but it's definitely water here. We do have still that water trine in the sky. Okay, all right. How about for Capricorn up next here? Some clarity revealing regarding this truth bomb. So with that truth there, Sages in particular, or there could be a vein of truth there for that for everyone since the sun is there. This could be that an actual connection that is kind of changing up things in a big way for you. Take it how it resonates for you. I know not everybody would be in, I don't see any cards to indicate that. But this is about acting on your truth, even if we need help to do that. Okay. If some of you feel like you need to have someone around as you deliver this truth bomb, I'm getting that message as well. You have somebody, right, that can either be on the phone and listening with you just to kind of give you moral support. That one's making me say, if it's an 1111 connection, I mean, there's just not revealing that truth. Okay. It's just, that's a big old lesson. So good luck trying to get out of that one. All right, Capricorn. Well, we had our two men playing chess here with Venus and Love, planning phase. Take steps back and plan the necessary steps to move forward. So you may turn your goals into reality. There are 3 dates. Let me see if I can remember them off the top of my head. Oh gosh, I think it was 10/24 and also November 22nd, that 11/22 energy. This is the third part of the story coming out this week. So there will be a common thread here. So looking back, especially for Capricorns here, I know you like to figure stuff out. You just got to know behind the veil. Welcome uncertainty. I just said, and because you got to know. Welcome uncertainty, Capricorns, as an opportunity for growth, and be okay with not knowing. I feel like we've got that specifically for Capricorns before. Maybe this truth bomb comes out at a wedding or some kind of game night. In the environmental energy, embrace courage, open your mind, learn from experiences, and let answers unfold in your journey. So, what is that third piece? Very interested to hear your guys' take on that, especially if you have advice about all of those different varying songs today. All right, next up here, Aquarius, vortex of change. Engage with the vortex of change where energies swirl and transformative dances, molding anew. Okay, so transformative dances. I said it's opening night here on the outcome. Aquarius, we already saw your energy come here in the environmental energy of this transformation card. And then we had that 1010 portal that could have possibly opened up this as a consideration for change. But I mean, the wheel of fortune is which way is it going to go? And that is up to you. Spirit wants you to know this is your destiny to change this, possibly regarding a long time family situation there with 10 of Pentacles crossing the King of Swords. And there you're coming up in for it. That could be for us all again, because we're all experiencing transformation energy in Pluto. Okay, let's go on to bottom of the deck. Sorry, commitment. Commit to the next stage in your development, and there will be a promise fulfilled. Daddy Saddy's bringing the reward. There'll be a promise fulfilled in some kind of form when we go beyond the mind. I know, Aquarius, that's hard for you to do. This is where Aquarius is sitting in your own personal birth chart, where we are being asked to realize or recognize that there's outside forces beyond our control, and that we should expect that. Right? We don't get to go through this human life not having to learn any lessons. What would be the point of Earth School? Okay. Wow. If that's in your environmental energy, maybe Aquarius is receiving that truth bomb from someone else there. Okay. What about for Aries? Pisces. And I keep hearing that Metallica song in my head. Please, God, wake me. That's the awakening. This is a wave of awakening, guys. Yeah. Pearl Jam, Soundgarden. Yeah. Hunger Strike. Do you like Pearl Jam, Jennifer? Global message for sure. Ooh, I just got chills, Liz. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Pisces, there's a good chunk here. I'll focus on the first one, Cavern of Secrets, guys. This whole reading. Look at where Pisces is, especially because I'm talking about that north node versus south node. This full moon is going to be bending the nodes of fate right smack in the middle. We can't play that middle card anymore because you were taking up the slack. That's not the middle. That's you overgiving. Okay. Unveil the hidden wonders within the shadowy depths of enigmatic secrets and concealed wisdom. high priestess energy. And look at that water. And it's the what we see here beneath the surface of what's above the water versus what's under the water. Slow climb, make a change, and a serene haven with a sailboat. Y'all know in my favorite Dream Keepers deck that Chiron is the energy of the star there, the healer with the sailboat affixed to her head because she had to be ingenious. All right, there's that light bulb coming on here around you, Pisces. Seek guidance from trusted friends or mentors to help you along. You are not alone, over and over again, guys. I love it. Let's see, we're in dedication, the theme of dedication and the North Node, where we're fated to go, our dharma, what's coming to us. Virgos in reorientation, what we need to release, positive or negative generational influences. Do we know what those are? Can we put a label on them? All right, now Aries. Aries energy. What about for Aries? What is this fate and destiny here, this red thread of destiny that you're setting down? And it's book ending, guys, here too, by the situation, what spirit wants you to know, and the situation, right? The only two cards. Pretty incredible. Aries, what is this shocking change, or what were you meant to set down? What is this burden? Can we get a clue with either pictures on the cards, the words? Beautiful. So the very bottom of the deck, I said sunrise, sunset. Sunrise, we can't control the sunrise nor the sunset. Trust that every ending is another beginning coming in disguise. Set this burden down. Have I had that before? Let my people go. What's that from? Let my people go. I don't even know what that is. I can hear it in my head. I don't know what that is. If you do, let me know here. Pisces, yep. Seeking clarity, vortex of creativity, free to move. There's that sailboat again, to adapt and manifest the new, Pisces. In your environmental energy surrounding you here, staying in the flow. If you feel like you've been submerged or you're seeing things not quite clearly, yeah, about to get some clarity here. Surrender to the rhythm of life, remaining open to opportunities and lessons as they naturally unfold. We do not get to go to human school without having to learn some hard lessons, or what would be the point, right? What is the point of a test? If it's not hard to pass, then it's not really a test, is it? Okay. No matter how shitty they are. Okay. All right, here. Let's go for. Why did I say? Was there a Pisces and Aries hooking up together here? Okay. Aries, or was I just yippy yapping and didn't pull my Aries yet? Could very well be. These might be combined for you. Let me know. You could also have very strong placements in both of those energies. Aries, resurrection. Its lesson is going to keep coming back until we learn it. Shake off the past and rise again. Reinvent yourself, as you will rise up from the ashes even more powerful. This is your destiny. Okay. Around you, Aries, fulfill a promise. There's that feather energy. Stay committed to your path. I wish they wouldn't use white writing here. For each step forward brings you closer to your destiny of fulfillment. The steps. Okay, Aries. Steps. I like that energy. That's nice. Shake it off and just ask next. You're going to rise up even more powerful than before, Aries. I've been feeling like Aries has kind of had a tough go of it here lately, but that could be just my own perception. All right, Taurus. On the mend, a heart on the mend here. Be compassionate and kind to yourself as you heal your heart. Taurus, if this was a decision you didn't want to have to make, but again, you gave an ultimatum of some sort or gave a situation a chance to evolve, mature, change, and grow, and you don't see evidence of that, you do or don't. You have hope for a reason. It's not just, crab in one hand and hope in the other, and guess which one fills up first. You got to see evidence here, and it could be breaking your heart, obviously, especially if you want things to go the way you want things to go, but then you didn't uphold the boundaries. Well, that kind of takes away the power of those words then, right? Environmental energy, steady progress. Uh, Patience is your ally. Celebrate each step forward, no matter the size. Wow. I think Taurus too, you have some high expectations of the way you want things to go. And we don't give ourselves credit for the little battles along the way, right? Give yourself some credit here. Okay. Oh no. I hope the drama doesn't last long there for you, Miss Jen. Okay, Gemini. Full moon in Gemini. Keep in mind that's we're all going to experience this full moon energy in Gemini. Full moons are revelations. They are the culmination. Again, they're the top of the ride where you can see things for what they are. Even if you knew tit, you're revealing it here. All right, embrace solitude here, Gemini. Reflect deeply for survival. Keep your mind open as answers reveal lessons in the quiet of introspection. So this is like again, if you felt alone and you're crying and your Wheaties in your past, you're like what good are my tears going to do? Again, you don't have to do it alone. Reflection, however, you do require some damn peace and quiet. So if things have just been a little bit loud here lately for you, wherever 15 Gemini sits in your own birth chart, that is where we're needing things to slow down so that at the top of that coaster, remember that's divine feminine energy, Empress, that's where we hold our hands up and release and let go, because the emperor or emperor or yang already built the ride. And then you make a plan for next time. Yeah. So digging again into the earth, into the roots of this full moon revelation here is really healing that root energy. Ground yourself in what nurtures your being, establishing a stable base from which love and career can bloom. That's beautiful. Beautiful energy there. And in solitude, right, we see a lot of meditation energies coming up here, the spiritual enlightenment. All right, Cancer. Got that beautiful Jupiter energy there lining up. Again, third time this week. Still in that water trine. What about for Cancers? Jupiter's good news. It's also that the guru, right? Here we go. Wish granted. Oh my gosh. Jupiter, the planet of expansion, right? The outcome may not be exactly what you want, but it will be what you need. Okay, Cancers. A sign of that, maybe you'll see multicolored balloons. I just saw confetti. I don't know if you're making a confetti cake or maybe making cupcakes for school or something like that. Let me know. But this seek solitude again to reconnect with your inner wisdom and emerge rejuvenated. See how this middle rower, starting with that Taurus energy, there's a lot of focus here on getting some alone time. Okay. Spiritual retreat there for you on the bottom of the deck, Cancer. All right. What about for Leos? What is this fated and destined burden that we are to set down, no matter how much other people don't like it that have been benefiting from our overgiving? Leo. Clues and context. Cancer, I see a rolling travel bag here. Y'all know I'm getting ready to do a pretty big trip since I'm running away for Christmas. Yep, I admitted it. Miss Kaylee's here. Did I miss? All right. Leos, what's going on here? Some clues in the pictures or words. Cutting edge, railroad tracks here. I just heard neighborhood, for whoever that's for. Slice through obstacles and carve a path toward your dreams. Okay. Again, that Venus and Pluto sextile here, that energy we've been experiencing is about balance and understanding that you're not going to never encounter things that you can't control. It's just a fact of life. It's how we respond rather than react to them. Sky of clarity. Maybe you are in an area where there's big, clear, beautiful sky with lots of clouds. You'll see some signs in the clouds. Embrace openness and an insight, allowing life's truth to reveal themselves. Okay, maybe a truth about a neighborhood. Some kind of transformation system or hold on, transportation. And I just saw like a big um like a big old laundry trolley, huge, just on wheels, getting pushed down this way. Transportation. Are you packing up all your shit or something here? What you doing? Leo, what's happening here? You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Okay. When you know that truth, try not to just run away in the night here like a missing boxcar or something, or just like 1 minute you're there, the next minute you're not. You still, that's spiritual bypassing too, right? You still have to, the whole lesson is about speaking your truth wherever Leo's sitting in your chart for you here. Those are the visions that I got. I know that's random, but it'll be for somebody. All right. For Virgos, context clues to what this fated and destined burden that's being sat down is. Metamorphosis, mirage. Embrace the tender transition between transportation, transformation. Embrace the tender transition between past forms and future possibilities. Literally, this whole reading, illuminated by the transformative butterfly. Also of note, Virgo, I didn't realize until today, and I updated my motherboard. Panacea, the salve, the answer, the remedy is in a testing degree. It's at 29 degrees, some odd minutes. And that lesson is a false call is unheard. Okay, so you're rejecting the false and thereby discovering unusual powers of concentration. Okay, again, this is the asteroids in the sky affecting everyone, guys, especially with that South Node in Virgo, what we need to let go of. Okay, that was for Virgo. And in the environmental energy, new worlds, new house, Okay, transitioning from one to another. There are many more things for you to discover, so don't give up. Okay, major transition going on here now. We're very close to changing lessons of those nodes. I think there's like 2 or 3 minutes left until we regress to lesson 14. We're still in 15, which is why the full moon in Gemini at 15 bends the nodes of fate. Okay, yeah, and welcome to the party. Okay, that's okay, Kay. That's okay, Kay. Kay, Miss Kaylee. All right, Libra. Pathfinder. Okay, so trust your inner compass to illuminate your path through love and career, revealing the direction your soul wishes to explore. Again, it's going to require an ending. I don't know what that is for you, but with the justice energy showing up in the past, you were making the balance happen, but not happy about it because it wasn't truly a balance. Now, this is about finding your own. I'm going on about the nodes here, and we've got a compass here. That's pretty cool. Rising flames. Okay. So, again, this is tied for everyone. The reading is in the past, justice energy. Okay. Here, and rising flames, what's driving what spirit wants you to know. Let your passion guide you to fulfilling the purpose meant for you. Wow. And this column, this is holding again the red thread of destiny, the purpose meant for you, not the people that you overgiven to. Okay, like shut up, you said it. I get it. It's for Libra is then Scorpio. All right, last but not least, Scorpio. What is this clue here as to the red thread of destiny? What you're meant to set down, what pattern you're meant to stop or put a stop to? Bringing in your own balance, possibly a singular energy of independence. Nope. Scorpio. Context clues of pictures or words for Scorpio, please. Quiet moments, very still, calm waters. Seek solace in the silence where clarity finds its true voice. Okay. And the environmental energy around you. I was just thinking that looks like a dam. My grandma was a Scorpio, and she lived right across the street from the dam, and it's beautiful. I go there all the time and sit on the stone picnic tables right in front of the old house to channel and meditate. So for whatever reason I'm telling you that, Scorpio, then maybe that will help you here. Spirit link. Stay aligned with your highest dreams, star, and ideals to find success. Okay, no more playing it small here, Scorpio. No more playing it small. All right, guys, let me come in to see how the readings have been in your feed from September and October. Oh, wow. Okay. That's good. Guys, that reminds me too, for like just a little, energy is cyclical. I say it all the time. Go back a year from today. Whatever title in my playlist, especially if you want to just, for example, look at just your life path number. They're all listed by life path energies. So you can look there, look at a reading from a year ago and see what energies you are experiencing now. They could have been even foreshadowed then. And I'd love to hear about it. All right, looking for the hearts. And let's see there. Oh, I missed. How are you? Thank you. I hope you're still here. And it looks like we got Miss Jennifer up first, but I think she'll have to check back, she's just saying hello. Let me see if anybody gave me a list here. Diana, you're up first here, it looks like. Nope. Brett, Jennifer, and Diana. Brett, Jennifer, Diana. I got you, booze. I got you. All right. Those songs today, boy, oh boy, I was like, what in the Sam sweet hell? I did not think I was going to be able to bring those together. So I'm just glad I did here. All right. What does Brett need to know here for his best and highest good? Her mix it up. Mix it up. Okay. I think they need more than just the cards here, but I'll shuffle anyway, just in case. All right. Messages for Brett. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me tonight. Appreciate you. Okay, so the Ten of Pentacles that was in the situation here. Yeah, so the Ten of Pentacles is like it's everything in our life, lasting security. And then it says underlying, so Ten of Pentacles in reverse. The situation here, underlying instability. What is unstable here that you need to then use your voice in order to make more stable? Center, left, right. In the past there, haunting loss, Five of Cups, 10 of Swords, deep anguish. Okay, we really got to work. We saw that Ten of Swords come up in the pre-shuffle here. We need to turn that into, convert it into the Ace of Swords, like we saw in the position of the querent there, position number 1. That's crossing this Eight of Wands, accelerating quickly. Once you find this inner balance here, everything comes into alignment here super fast. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles, peaceful abundance. There's a little bit more work here, and inside work here that we need to do regarding past emotions, past feelings, possibly the instability of a familiar situation. Okay, let's get advice for you. I'm going to ask the cosmic insights today. Cosmic insights for Brett. Advice about where it started, and then I just heard where it's at. 2 turntables and a microphone. I couldn't tell you who that is right now. Yeah. Someone is unavailable. Okay. Like we're barking up the wrong tree there. And that could be deep anguish here from regret or focusing on the 3 broken cups instead of doing the 180 of the Pisces hanged man. That's what we all need to be doing this month, is be making some kind of 180 transformation, whatever that wherever that is for you. Okay, but whoever this person is, especially if there's regret, and look at that, the spilt wine as well. Color red may be significant. I've never said that about that card before, but for whatever reason, there it is. And then once you move on from this, you release this. Again, I said accelerating quickly, right? Once you balance here, what these old energies were, lessons that you learned about roles, right? Parental roles, masculine, feminine roles. Very quickly, there's the date night, but you're still hanging on to some kind of old energy here, honey. Full moon, do your Ho'oponopono. Okay, that will be highly recommended for you here to do that release and let go. That's what empresses do. That's what our yin selves do on a full moon, and that is for all our past lives. You never know what you need to be releasing and healing there as far as that's concerned. I think you would really like past life regression. I loved it. Brought me so much clarity. Okay. All right. Up next we had, see, I already forgot. Brett was first. I think Jennifer was next up. Yeah. Da, 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 da. Brett, Jennifer, and Diana. Okay. Jennifer, messages. What do, oh, that was fast. Okay. Peaceful abundance. You said you were having some chaos going on right now. And then, yeah, you're like, I'm all up in here in my house trying to be this Queen of Pentacles. And then I have a Knight of Wands, a little bit fiery here, senseless risk. So look at the difference in energies here. So I can see why that would not feel very nice here. Yeah, there's a resistance to some kind of ending. There's a resistance to the calmer waters that Spirit's been trying to lead you toward in balance there. And the bottom of the deck, Nine of Pentacles. So that was our outcome energy, prosperous victory over like young Knight of Wands energy. I mean, the classic there for a good time, not a long time energy, but it's in reverse. So in this deck, there's meanings on both ends of that. And this is a senseless risk. Your peaceful abundance will not happen here, Jen, until you bring this ending here. Again, it's fated and destined to stand up to whatever this is. And then prosperous victory. Okay. That might be seen as ruthless. Like I said, they may not like it very much, like we saw in the cards, but of course they don't. You're no longer giving this in the same way that you did before. I know as a parent, does not feel very good if it's that 10 of Pentacles family situation here, but not ending the cycle. It's a hollow completion here. Then it's just like, okay, well, if I'm going to feel bad about what I meant to do to put myself first here, and put boundaries up for someone else, it's, sometimes that doesn't feel very nice. It's only because that guilt is ego as well, right? That's a lower level energy. And we can't let anything that this Knight of Wands says in anger, Five of Swords is about like no winners. That five energy of change, again, they're not happy about it, but if you don't do this, this is a missed opportunity here for you to balance and step in. Look at that Page of Swords there. Underneath that, we had that in the outcome energy that she was like blowing up some kind of truth here. She's just dropping the bomb. Okay. You can figure, again, if you need to have someone around you as you deliver this news, maybe it's going to require some strategy. I don't know. We could talk about that and look at option A and option B if you want. Definitely get a hold of me. We can look at the best way to approach this if you like. But I mean, Queen of Pentacles has got to do what she's got to do to step into her Empress energy. You're so close here, Jennifer. What is advice on whatever this situation is for you? Action. I'm getting lots of fours in the shuffle. It's the action of the Emperor part, right? You got the momming thing down, you got the giving part down. Okay, getting a new pet or giving a current pet more love. I don't even know if you have pets, but depends on if that's the where you want to put your love. Like, I don't know if it's like, well, I can't because of, again, whatever ending you're resisting. Okay, look at that. Again, the 21 energy cycles, fate, karma, something ending, something beginning. If this is Whatever this is, pets bring us a lot of love, a lot of joy. It gives us something to do. It keeps our mind off of things. But honey, this is coming up over and over again. And the wheels on that Knight of Wands are always going to spin that way. And trying to protect them from their own lessons brings karmic repercussions for you. So that is not something a lot of people think about. Well, I just keep over giving because that's what I've always done. That's what we've learned traditionally. But continuing to do that robs them of the joy of their own independence, right? They always have a bailout or always, can't figure out how to do something for themselves because it's always being done for them. Then we're that's just going to be on repeat. Okay. This is part of the deal. You signed up with whoever that soul connection is with you there. Okay. All right. I hope that helped you, Miss Jennifer. And we have the beautiful Diana. Best and highest messages for Miss Diana. So happy to see Liz. I'm happy to see everybody, but I know she does so much. I don't even know how she has her eyes open at when it gets past 5 o'clock. Miss Diana. Okay. Returning confidence and the High Priestess, decisive intuition. And it looks like then here, this lost courage, 7 of Wands. Maybe again, we're so determined in our mind here. It's about what you know. I like that the 8 of Swords is in reverse because that shows me you're no longer in a mental prison. You trusted your intuition and your insight, but maybe it feels like that doubt is so easy to creep back in here. Heart of the reading was Queen of Wands. That's all about our glow up, our confidence, in our own magic, right? Fake it till you make it. Fake it till you make it. Okay. And you might just be a little bit bored here. Okay. Maybe that's where this fear is coming from. You're like, oh, just because I'm afraid of something, or just because I'm bored with something doesn't mean I give up on it. Well, you're bored. Is it filling up your soul? Stagnant routine, whatever a stagnant routine is that you have known you have to give up in some way, whatever that is for you, is feeling like it's kind of knocking back that confidence as you're building it up. Some kind of repetitive routine. Maybe you think that is helpful, or maybe you feel like it's a have to, but it doesn't have to be boring. Okay. It doesn't have to be boring, whatever this is. You got to stay interested in it, because then, woo, we start losing courage that we build up, right? Um, Caution here, find out more information and don't overwork yourself. Okay. If you've had a habit in past jobs, for example, of always throwing the overtime in, always being the team player and being the one that they call and be like, oh, I'm not saying this is happening. I'm just giving an example. Diana will stay. Break that habit. Like, prioritize. No, this is when my contracted hours are. If we need to renegotiate, I'm happy to do the work for pay, but you're not just going to do it for free here anymore because this is a reparation of your own heart. Okay. And then we had one flip over here, community, B energy. Okay. So if they asked you to do something for no pay, say no. Like, end whatever that old habit was here, hon, because it'll get you right back to where you started and kind of take away that building confidence. Yeah, the transformation. Make room for the new beginning on its way to you now. You can't move forward doing things the way that you always had, especially if it's any kind of routine base that you just have always done it that way. That's what the whole reading's about. Okay. Be willing to let go of that, or maybe even just get curious. Where's that coming from? Where is this need to say yes or need to go, oh yeah, I'll do it, even if you're bored or even if you don't have time, right? If they want your expertise, they gonna have to pay for it. Okay. They're gonna have to pay for it. Sorry, you're more expensive now because you know more, girl. You know more. All right. And that needs to be reflected there. And of course, that is just an example. So apply that to wherever you see fit, if that is making sense for you. So I feel like it's kind of a slippery slope there, like a little slip and slide of like, oh shit. Like here I go again, and maybe not even realizing you're kind of setting yourself up for that expectation of others again. Just as a little thing to think about. I hope that helps you, girl. Oh, right. Miss, like you're saying, hello, beautiful souls. I got a heart there. I'll see if I still don't see a list, which is okay. The album one, yeah, it's called Injustice for All. Isn't that cool? Yep, that's really awesome. I'm gonna go ahead with Miss Marcia here if I don't see any other hearts as of yet. Miss Liz with her 3 hearts there, I like that. All right, Miss Marcia, 3 hearts. Anything that Spirit wants you to know right now? What does Spirit want you to know right now? Okay, someone's trying to be 5 of swordsy here. Someone's playing some childish games, but the way that what I'm getting, I'm focusing on his armor. It's a protection mechanism. So no matter if someone is thinking they're like, I'm feeling like it's a smug look or something, like they're like, ha ha, got you. Um, it's just an armor of protection. So when they're running their mouth or trying to kind of get a reaction out of you, you do this. There's nothing for them to react to. If they're going to play stupid games, they get stupid prizes, and you're not having it. You're no longer reacting to this person's words. I feel like they're just going to try to get louder. Yeah. It might have it's their own way of self-protection here. 99 energies here on the middle. So 959, September 5th might have something to do with it. 18, 19, that's a 23 energy. That's today. Okay, of peace, 5 of the Hierophant. No matter what they say or how they say it, they'll eventually figure out that you have nothing left to say here. Drained, defeat, 9 of Wands in reverse. There's nothing more left to say here. I'm just focusing on my own peace. That's all I can do. And no matter how childish or how loud you get, they'll eventually see that you're not going to react to whatever this is. I don't know what situation that might be. King of Swords, that was the situation of our reading tonight. Wow. Crossed by 10 of Pentacles. So ethics over emotions. You're not reacting. Nothing they can say can upset you anymore. You understand. I mean, I know you're smart person here and you get emotional IQ. You understand that that's just their own projection, but I don't feel like it's affecting you emotionally anymore. You're protecting yourself better here. with that Saggy energy entering 9 of Wands, literally today, you're like, I'm tired. It's not getting any kind of response from you anymore. Ethics over emotions. Yeah, rewarded sacrifice. There, that's what you were supposed to do here with this fated lesson. Look at the red thread. It's not just a pile of yarn here. You making an act out of it. Setting priorities to pentacles there. That would be matching up with drain defeat. You're like, I'm too busy for this shit. I got too much to juggle. I got too much for going on, and it's just not worth it. But you'll get rewarded for that. Lots of that blue energy coming in today with that throat chakra activation. But I feel like this is when someone else is using their words, 9 of Swords, 5 of Swords, especially if they tend to get increasingly ruder. If the responses are more dickish and they just keep increasing in then that's how you know it's their they want a reaction, and the best thing to do is not give it to them. But you're already showing me you're doing that. Okay, advice from Spirit here. Someone showed me I think it was Beth, a meme, and it was like a yard there, like the cartoon people were like digging holes in it for 2025. And it's like, this is where our last fucks will be buried. All right. Okay. If this person is addicted to anger, okay, bad finances, if they're playing games as far as hide money, are they somebody trying to hide money? It's heard hide money. In particular, hide. They think they're getting away with it, but they ain't. You're just not, just because you don't say anything. Yeah, hiding it. Be careful of someone sneaky. Holy shit. You're not reacting though. It's like, just because you do that, maybe that's how they're going to try to amp up. Don't know here, but I feel like you see this a mile away. Okay. And then in the environmental energy, there's the Venn diagram here, your truth, their truth. If you can't come to a middle agreement on something to agree on both the truths, you're taking your ring out of the circus. Taking your ring out of the circus. Okay. I think that fares better for you. It's like literally nothing they do. I think that's what pisses them off even more. I feel like they think this is where they're going to get you in the gullet. You just seriously have buried that last fuck. Okay. Well, now. All right. You go with your bad self. You're like, nope, too tired. I got other shit to do. Okay. Wow. You're traveling next week, Miss Judy? Awesome. I love that. Kathy's like, I want to run away for Christmas. Oh my God. Okay, let me see. Miss Kaylee, I got you here. I know you come back later and check it out. Let's get cards for Miss Kaylee. Thank you guys for still hanging out with everybody. Keep in mind, if you are able to hang out here, there was Queen of Wands there lighting that fire again, just FYI. You guys are all in the same, swimming in the same fishbowls of energies. You're highly intuitive. So if just because it's someone else's message, you're swimming in that energy. So if you get your own little sign that there was something in that for you, then there was. All right, Kaylee, confident ambition. I saw it on the split when I went to shuffle, and then it's flying out right here. Red root again, red, confident, passionate energy. Okay, Ten of Swords of the past here, and then missed opportunity in that past situation. You just got to rise out of the flames anyway, right? I don't think that you missed the opportunity. See what's on the environment here. Yeah, Three of Wands, notable growth. That's going to be fueling this Queen of Wands. Look at those color matches. You are going towards that sun energy that we saw on the pre-shuffle on the bottom of the deck amongst a Ten of Swords. Wasn't that Ten of Swords right behind the sun? I do believe it was. You don't care. You are looking ahead into this new vortex of energy. You're like, I realize that I got to walk through the fire to get there. Don't care. Oh, to be young. I forget how young you are. I know you're a lot younger than me, but we're 10 feet tall and bulletproof, and there's just something about that energy. Are you in your dirty 30s? If you are, definitely jealous. That's a fun ass time. Okay. Let's see. Cosmic insight for Kaylee here. I feel like it's like not telling you anything you don't know here. So I'm really wanting something you may not know. Your Three of Wands is calling in your manifestation of what you do want. And maybe if you're even questioning whether this deep anguish over a past Ten of Swords, remember the reading you came in as Ace of Swords. So if you're questioning whether that was, oh, is there more that I could have done? It's truly a missed opportunity. I mean, I don't feel like it's on your part here. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and the environmental energy. And then there's communication about a compromise, working it out, and forgiving. Earth sign, date night, and gambling in reverse here. Bottom of the deck, honeymoon phase. If, fear has us sometimes wanting to believe, that there will be changes. Again, look for the proof. I don't, I'm at the age I don't really put much into words anymore. I need that to be backed up by the actual follow through and the action of it. So hold on here. Okay. Well, the only ones that were turned up, Ace of Swords and Strength. So again, you've got the clarity here that you need. I wouldn't second guess it. I mean, these other two were face down. The Judgment Call and the Ace of Wands of Passion just haven't happened yet. Okay. Unquestioned confidence. I mean, you got that in spades here with that second time being the Queen of Wands. I saw it on the split and that was our first card out. Okay. You're manifesting something completely new. All right, dear. Don't question your own truth, please. Please. Recognized opportunity there as the Page of Pentacles. The new opportunities come in when we stop doing that repetitive pattern. All right. I hope that helps you, dear. Miss Judy, then Miss Kathy. Judy, and Miss Kathy. Getting a completion energy there of the world, triumphant completion. You got a hell, yes, but it was said like hells, yes. Okay, HELZ. That's odd. Okay. Oh, well, maybe this is why. Ace of Cups. Nine of Swords in reverse. Yes, Queen, accepting the past trauma. Okay. No longer being angry about it. Emotional readiness. We've been talking about this for so long. I love it. I already saw this shift in your cards here happening. I know that the Nine of Swords is tricky. They sneak in, but again, it's our thoughts. Change our thoughts, we change our life. It comes up over and over here. And Nine of Swords in reverse. It's like, okay, why did that happen for me? That is the mind shift. What was I supposed to learn here? And it brings in this new open heart. Yeah. Book ending that Nine of Swords of acceptance. We can transform here to that butterfly energy. It was necessary to stop doing that in order for this new heart opening here to come in. And if we thought that, oh, I've accepted it. Okay, Seven of Swords says, no, we were actually hiding from it. Okay. And not no mo. Confident ambition. And there it is, needed change. You got double change happening here, Six of Swords. In the past, we saw that Six of Swords in reverse. I ain't got time to move to calmer waters. And not anymore, honey. And look at that. Someone in a tux. Well, okay then. And a champagne glass. We got two hands toasting here. Mm-hmm. So really looking at that and our where we got those mental thoughts from, where we formed those patterns, like again, this changes everything. We're not running from that anymore. We are accepting it is what it is. And I chose that path as a soul. However hard the past was, I chose that for my growth. The trick is in figuring out why would my soul choose that? Why did that happen for me? Well, peaceful diplomacy. And I love personally that the Queen of Swords is in reverse for you because it's thinking with emotion paired with King of Cups. Somebody's going to have you up in your feels. Just saying. Mind shift brings a lot more than you bargained for here. It changes a lot. Don't believe me yet? Love spell. You've been bewitched here. Queen of Wands. She's my witchy queen. During the time of Sag here. Wow. Whatever you faced and really looked at, like you didn't think, maybe you just didn't think it was a very big deal. Like, oh, well, you put your bootstraps on and you pull them up and you just keep moving. Well, it's not that simple. That's spiritual bypassing, just learning how to just keep going no matter what. That's also learned. Got moving here, change of residence, possibly moving in with a partner because there's a little heart here at the top of the chimney. King of Cups. Invite me, please. Hey, wearing a tux. I know we got a party to go to, apparently. Okay, Miss Jenny. Do a little chair dance over here for you. I like it. I like it. And I especially love that Queen of Swords in reverse for you. I don't know why that delights me so much. Like letting the emotions in for yourself attracts a partner that is emotional about you. Do tell. All right. Let me see. Make sure you are two turntables and a microphone. You a bet. Thank you. Yeah. Thanks, Brett. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, Peggy, Jennifer, I'm sorry, Miss Peg. Oh my gosh. All right. Miss Peg, especially with your little 23 synchronicity there. All right. Thank you guys so much for being here. Oh, you are, Jennifer? Oh gosh. I know that did not look easy, but you can do it. Queen of Pentacles. You're the helm of that, okay? All right, for Miss Peg. Okay, what are we comparing ourselves to? So, Four of Cups, we saw in that recent past energy of I'm just crying on the inside and I'm doing it alone where no one can see me here. Four of Cups reverse, regretful comparison. Okay. Eight of Cups, stagnant routine. It's just what I do. And like the dishes are done, man. Babysitter's Club. The dishes are done, man. And 44 energy here. No, 444. I know I've posted that angel number before. Liz has the book too. Um, no, 844. That's four fours. 16, the tower energy. Okay. What's fueling that comparison? King of Cups, peaceful diplomacy. What are you doing here to keep the peace? Looming burnout if we don't kind of stop being the all to everyone here. Emotions over ethics. The King of Swords in reverse. Our situation, you're not speaking your truth here. You're allowing some kind of, I don't know if it's emotional manipulation or not. Let me see if I can get a little bit more on that for you. Self-isolation. I'm all by myself, like I was talking about the Four of Cups in the past there. And it's showing up here. Okay. Hermit in reverse. There's a difference between really being able to look back and learn those lessons versus just straight up isolation, right? Just schedule some girlfriend time in there, some fun time where you can let your hair down. Nine of Pentacles, prosperous victory. Okay, there's still a little bit more work to do here on this. You got to think strategically about it. There's Page of Cups, the Cupid energy. We had Cupid knocking at the door of a human heart. Yesterday or the day before, I did post my Thanksgiving and missing weekend notes. Then we got this reluctant change and that ruthless win here. It's like being stoic, okay, and haven't like, why do you always have to strategize? Like this is some kind of maybe you feel like it's a forced change that you didn't want to be making, but I just feel like for your own benefit here, I mean, we don't want to get to the burnout stage, bookending all those dishes. It's just a metaphor for all that you're taking on here. And the prosperous victory comes with new excitement about what is tapping into your heart. How is Cupid awakening that heart chakra here, especially with the Queen of Swords wearing all green? It is not a ruthless win. You are not being mean by taking care of you. I don't want you to be forced into doing this here. You just want to, I know you want to keep the peace here, but it's got to also involve, especially with that reading tonight, King of Swords in that situation, it's got to be emotional. This isn't just about, well, it's the right thing to do. Is that your truth? Or is that a dreaded should? And is that a learned, well, I've just always done it that way? I think it's time to change some shit up here. Yeah, Seven of Wands, all in, determined. Keep those boundaries up, push back on what takes time away from your own balance. Got to hold that boundary there. Yeah, and then there's the growth, notable growth. Then you get to really start calling in your manifestations. The art of the word N effing O. Advice for Miss Peggy here. I felt a flipper. Okay, a little bit of Page of Swords energy there. Someone's got their eye on you, doing research. If this is, well, like, you say no, right? And then they're like, well, I looked at your schedule. There's a whole chunky here. I looked at your schedule and your calendar didn't say anything. Well, I'm sorry. Get your eyes off my damn oh, you're squeezy. Get your eyes off my damn calendar. That is no, you're the boss. That's your private, your and no is a full sentence. And then if there's any kind of making you feel guilty or you're feeling guilty, it's like it's not very hard for them to kind of whine and give you puppy dog eyes or like just expect it, right? Especially if they are looking at your own personal things. Like your calendar is your calendar. You don't look in my calendar to be like, well, I see you have this opening. That's when I need you to do this for me. Doesn't matter if you have nothing on there at all. That's none of their damn business. Okay, you've got to keep this boundary up so they learn also. They learn how to respect other people's boundaries, not just your own. Someone is in the middle. Someone is trying to sabotage. I feel like it's your own peace, right? And that ruthless win, they get angry, or you having this guilt of, well, they have to because they're alone now. So I got to help extra because, like, just really look at, I would say, what is your mind telling you that is true versus what actually is. Okay. Didn't we get that for you before? Uh, someone in the middle. Maybe you're like, okay, I'm done with the grandbabies, and then you're like, I'm almost done with raising, grandbabies, and then here comes another one. I mean, that for that to come out twice, just a few more months. Good things come to those who wait. It'll calm down for you here soon, but I'm just pleading with you here to slow down, especially if you're kind of suffering in silence here. You're not wanting anybody to see you upset or see you sweat, something like that. Are those people that you give to, do they return it? Is it reciprocal? Or are you constantly left with the lion's share here? And then we wonder why we eventually burn out. Yeah, I feel like it's like they just know the right thing to say, or they question your boundary. Look at these two looking glass things. They question, oh, well, I didn't see that you had plans. You like, if you're going to have a plan to take a damn bath, mind your business. Mind your business. Like, stronger boundaries here for sure. Okay, that's okay. They ain't gonna like it, and they're gonna be like, well, I didn't think you had well, it's not for them to know, to care whether you have plans or not. I'm gonna pull still for Miss Elizabeth, even though she had to go. I still want to grab one for her. Oh, there you are, Joe's. And Judy got yours. Diana's fuck bucket is empty. Oh my God, I love that. I did not see the list. I'm blind. I need new glasses so bad. And I got the glare thing going on. I did. Okay. And then I just said who I was missing. I'm adding I'm at a Miss Josie, but there was someone before that. Oh, Miss Liz. Okay. Miss Liza. And since she had to go, actually, Josie, since you're here now, I'll pop on, and then that way you guys can get out of here, and I can always just send that to her separate. Appreciate all of that she does. All right, here, Miss Josie. Does Josie need to know right now? That's maybe beyond her mind's eye for her best and highest good, open-ended. Anything she needs to know. Knight of Cups here, flowing attraction, Pisces energy, may or may not involve motorbikes. And this Knight of Cups may have been coming from some kind of hard misfortune. Yeah, they're not accepting some kind of burden. I hope they sure don't want you to carry it. Yeah, I sure hope they don't want you to carry it. Excessive expectations. Yeah, they just think you're, what are you, the magic fixer? They're just expecting you to resolve the conflict. Okay, but here in the heart, here, flowing attraction towards, oh, is this person a pain in the ass though, but they look good? Yeah, they're not taking responsibility here. They're just expecting you to. Give me more on this Knight of Cups of hard misfortune, Five of Pentacles. Yeah, the Lovers. This is a big old fat lesson. A choice, a euphoric choice. Is this what your red thread of destiny here is? No matter how dead sexy they are, it's just going to continue to cause useless delay here. Ace of Wands. I'm like, but they're hard to resist, right? I think that's the whole point. Seven of Pentacles, fruits of your labor. Is the juice worth the squeeze? Are they cracking out their own golden egg for you here in return? Okay, this is what these lessons are for, guys. They wake us up. Unless it would get our attention, then we wouldn't have even stopped to pause for the cause, right? It has to be a test, or else it wouldn't be hard to pass, right? This is damn sexy and damn hard, but are they reciprocating? That's only one question that I feel like you need to ask here. And then if you put that boundary up and you allow them to solve their own problems, or you go, oh, okay, I understand that the point of this choice was to choose me here, then the reward comes, right? The rewarded sacrifice of the Hanged Man. And then this is a fear of heartbreak, severe heartbreak. It's kind of like, but you got to have the patience to cool the jets. I mean, coming from my mouth, I mean, you're like, yeah, right, Ange. I know that's hard, but what it's all about reciprocity here, is what I'm seeing. I mean, fives of bullshit, fives of change, and then they're expecting you to just fix everything. It's like, you need to bring me more than fun on or off a motorcycle. Whatever ride you're giving me needs to be more than just a fun ride, okay? It needs to be equal input on both sides. Advice, cosmic insights here for Miss Josie. Kind of feels like, well, the way you know between an actual deep soul tie and one that is karmic in nature to help you balance energy is that the karmic ones, you don't ever see any movement forward with. There's never any change. They never learn the lesson. You're always miserable, right? Except for those times when they're taking you on a ride. Metaphorical, of course. All right. Not the right time yet here, girlfriend. I feel like this is, again, it wouldn't be hard to say no to. That's why, I mean, it's the Lovers and the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups can be in love with love. Definitely got some good vibes going on with each other. It's a good feeling. I actually, though, feel like you don't know that you're actually better looking than them. You see them as more attractive than you, and that's not true. I know that's random, but that's what I got. Um, that's not true, because what you bring to the table on offer, right, looks fade. And my grandma always said, since we're talking about grandmas tonight, beauty's only skin deep, but ugly's all the way through. And if they're not being reciprocal with the energy that you are giving, that is most indeed a lesson. Okay, no matter how damn attracted we are and how much we want to go on that ride. It's a big old lesson there. Yeah, euphoric choice. I get it. I get it. Uh, I don't think you're seeing what you have is a much higher energy of offer. You're not seeing your worth there, but it's because they make us go weak in the knees. We think they're the bee's knees. But it's not everything. Okay. I know. You hear me in all my jokes in my dirty mouth. All right. I think that's everybody. And then I just got Miss Leah's. Got Josie, Peg, Marshall is yep, yep, yep. I love that your fuck bucket is empty. That's hilarious. Kath, did I get you? Wait, who said don't forget me? Kathy. Did I not get Kath? That's weird. I didn't, did I? I gotta get you. All right, Kathy, that's all right. Miss Kathy, please. I hope that helped you. Okay. Miss Kathy. That's Peg says that's every day in your house. Oh, oh, Peg. Just come run away with me for Christmas. Maybe I can start a Mambo train. What the hell is that? A Mambo train. Oh, maybe because I'm on Kathy's energy now, and I'm coming back to that bunny hop with hands on shoulders. Okay. Best and highest good advice for Kathy, please. Here. Feeling like something's missing here because we're going through a transition. So 10 of Cups in reverse. Remember, the situation was crossed by the 10 of Pentacles, which encompasses the 10 of Cups because it's all the minor arcana cards. There's that heart chakra. You're like, yeah, this is an energy of it's fine, but there's something missing. And then there's some kind of tower. We already saw that in the reading as well. Yeah. Okay. The emotional incompleteness, 7 of Swords reverse. You got to go right towards that's not deception coming from the outside. That's our self-deception, right? If we feel incomplete within ourselves, we've got to date yourself. And I know it's cliche, but date yourself and love yourself the way that you want to be dated. If you want to be wined and dined, take your damn self to dinner. I've done it plenty of times alone in this country and other countries. It's definitely an experience. I feel like you probably have done that before. Patient balance here, bringing in this transition energy. I don't feel like it's a big coming to this 11, these spotlights shooting straight up. Where's that leading to? Coming home to yourself. And the only reason I feel incomplete is maybe I'm not giving myself that love that I'm expecting to come from an outside source. But when you generate that from within, when you do the things, when you take yourself on the dates, for just an example, that changes the energy, right? Just like changing our thoughts, it changes what we are attracting. Do the things that you want to do, how you want to be wined and dined would just be one of them. Okay. You do those things. Yes, you never know. You could meet someone who's there alone, having dinner alone as well. So patient balance here. You're tempering a haunting loss. 5 of Cups is old energy, guys. Remember, that's again the 8th house of Scorpio. That is deep past ties. This is even like pain from past lifetimes. So I would say look at where that feeling of emptiness is coming from. And it's not from, "Oh, I'm not dating the person that I want to be dating right now." It comes from, where am I not filling my own heart's cup? So then that is the vibration that I attract. If your own heart's cup is not full, that's going to be stagnant water in there. You've got to constantly pour into that Ace of Cups so that the water stays fresh, right? So it stays constant. You're like, "I'm tired all the damn time, needing more energy here." This is like transferring out of stagnation and into motion. I think that alone is going to do a hell of a lot here. And remember that strength is the lemniscate energy. Life path 8s need to learn that their own, what they want is inside of them, and it takes them a long time to do that because they chase the pentacles first. Some never stop chasing the pentacles, thinking that that's how it comes. It comes from the love. Then it's less effort. It's what you're calling in. We can use the strength. You can use that to push away and reject, or you can use it to pull in. That is, of course, your choice. But that's how you change up this energy. If anything is feeling stagnant or you're feeling bored, go do the things. You don't have to wait for a date to go to do a wine and canvas night. Find what's going on in your area and just flip and go. Maybe we all need to make a pact or something like, "Hey, I'm going to try something new in December by myself and look for fun." That fun starts inside me here. Anything else about this transition time as you learn to walk your own balance? You are tempering that past pain and recognizing where some of that emptiness is coming from here. Yeah, stagnant, bored. 8 of Cups. Fearless action. I'm like, maybe we all need to make a pact about something brave that we're going to do. King of Wands. See, then a king shows up. Dependably goal oriented. When we behave, when we go do the Knight of Wands actions, it changes our frequency. And that's exactly what it is that we attract. If you want to go to the racetrack and you're waiting on a date to do it, for example, no, don't stop waiting. Stop waiting. Just flip and go. Okay. Just go. Get the energy moving. Get that energy moving. Page of Pentacles. Yeah. Then there's the opportunity coming in. Right there, right there. Page of Pentacles. All right. Cosmic insights here for Miss Kathy. Change up your routine, even things like do your morning routine in a different order. Like if you have coffee in the morning first, get yourself your coffee, take it up to the shower with you, and then that changes, right? Just a change your routine, take a different route to work. Go do something different for lunch than you've never done before. Change up the energy, and then it starts changing around you. Okay, there we go. Okay. If there's a breakup happening, or again, past energy, 5 of Cups, haunting loss, let that go. Make room for the beginning that is on its way now. And you and your partner may be physically or emotionally distant. If that's kind of the energy we're hanging on to from the past, forgive that, let it go, distance yourself from that was then, this is now. And I'm ready for this new start here that wants to show itself to me so that I can follow my intuition, because the red flags you ignore now will come back to bite later. You got to trust yourself, and you got to get some experience here with doing things that you like for you just because. And then once you start building that energy, it gets easier and easier. Okay. But that's how this opportunity comes in here. Okay. Otherwise, you're just going to continue to be tired and stagnant. Got to change it up a little bit there, girlfriend. And I would never forget you. Okay. Got you, Miss Cat. You have? See, I knew it. You dined by yourself. That's awesome. Yep. Good. But maybe it's something with speed here. Like it's about, like, can do something that's fun, like that's exhilarating, that get your pulse racing fast, right? Something exciting. If you're experienced with fine dining alone, then do something different, change it up, because if that doesn't scare you anymore, then it's not really a test anymore, right? If it doesn't make you nervous, if it doesn't make you nervous to do. All right, guys, I'm gonna finish up with Miss Liz here, and then I will definitely see you Thursday for date night. I'll still have a 6 o'clock reading up for tomorrow night. I'm not sure yet whether it will or will not be live. Got more handyman work getting quoted tomorrow, so who knows what's going to happen here. All right. This transition here for Miss Liz is absolutely necessary. Recovering heartbreak. I like that. So a period of heartbreak is coming to a close here. It might feel as if by chaotic force, Knight of Swords in reverse, but that is like an unstoppable force. Feel like you're just not telling yourself the same things about the past. You're not rationalizing that anymore. Let's see here. Yeah, look at that. Temperance. You are taking that past pain and tempering it into wisdom. And with that clearing up of that energy, now shit starts to come in fast, right? Patient balance, turning that wisdom into pain. Whatever was chaotic before kind of kept you in that energy. I like that that's transforming. What else for Miss Liz? Elizabeth, please. What does she need to know right now? Oh, okay. Secure abundance there with King of Pentacles and fearless action. Once you let that shit go, it's fast. Yeah. I've been seeing that a lot trending in the energy, almost as like one following the other. Once we get that light bulb moment, we understand we're fine, we're safe. Once we feel safe, the fears go away, right? But it's not somebody else making us feel safe. You made your own damn self feel safe. I love that. Recovering stability, 5 of Pentacles in reverse. You change the whole lack mindset here. You are secure. And 4 of Pentacles in reverse. You're no longer holding on to this haunted mansion here, right? You're no longer holding on to the pain of that. It's recovering. Three of Swords in reverse. Wow. Recovering stability. So Five of Pentacles in reverse, Four of Pentacles in reverse. I will take it. Still flying solo a lot. I know you like that though, but it's actually dampening your joy. I like my alone time too, but you have to get out. Near future, Hermit in the upright. You're reconnecting back to that star inside your lantern here. I like seeing that. I like that for sure. Well, we share that sorrow and the strange situationness of it all. So that gives me hope. Okay. Cosmic insights here. This was in reverse, but be careful of someone sneaky, or maybe I feel like it's you think they're sneaky, but give them a chance. Maybe not. Remember when I pulled that card and took my breath away? And there's what we're healing here, that old heartbreak. Still watching over you. I feel like if someone's coming your way, you'll see through that. Yeah, look at that. Wow. That butterfly making room for the new beginning. They're always going to care about you. Give me this. What's this liar in reverse all about? Let's see if I can get anything else there for you. I really feel like it's like you just kind of side-eyeing. And they're like, "What? Like, why are you side-eyeing me?" And that's just your nope, no flyers. Okay. Nine of Swords in reverse, accepting the past trauma, what I've already said here. Four of Cups in reverse. Four of Cups upright is about emotional dissatisfaction, not seeing the cup there that's trying to be offered to you. In reverse, you see it. And then there's the notable growth. You're making this change here. Wow. I think that came out that way for a reason. I don't think you let go of the side eye. Okay. Not everybody is out to be an asshat. You'll notice if they're all hat, no cattle, girl. You'll know it. Trust yourself. I love you. All right. Can you have just a stack of bills? Hey, don't leave me out with Judy and Kathy if you're going to a strip. You are in Vegas. We're going to Vegas. We're going to watch the review. Hook us up, Peg. All right, guys. Love you so much. I will see you tomorrow and definitely Thursday for sure. I love you so much, and I'll talk to you on the next one. Bye bye for now. Have a wonderful evening.